Good evening and welcome to the hour dedicated to talking about all things strange, weird, and paranormal. You're listening to Strange Talk, broadcasting on 1660 AM in Northside, 91.7 FMHD2 WVXU in Cincinnati. We're also streaming at radioartifact.com around the entire planet Earth. The intro track to this episode and most of our episodes is the Strange Talk intro by Star Silk. And I'm your host, Alyx.
And I'm your host, Creature.
And we have a very special guest with us tonight. If you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Jeremy Harrison.
Yeah, and I will read your bio for you. We kind of talked about this beforehand. There's nothing worse than having to read your own bio. So I'm going to read this.
I hate doing that.
It's the worst. So I'm going to read this. Jeremy Harrison's music is a haunting blend of post-industrial noise and meditative instrumentation, creating a dark, liminal folk sound that transports listeners into the hazy spaces between waking and dreaming. Hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio, Harrison's compositions weave together visceral textures with incorporeal vocals, inviting the listener on a sonic journey through the hazy void of the subconscious while filtered through a lens of lo-fi intimacy. With his first offer, Songs of Love and Blight, Harrison offers a cinematic vision in a realm of experimental folk, which is very well written.
Thank you. That's our AI overlords. That's all they're doing, really.
They're fantastic for writing bios, writing emails, things that none of us really want to do.
All the grunt work.
Yeah, they should be stocking shelves, and computers should be stocking shelves and writing emails. We should be left to be making art or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine with them making their own art too. I mean, like, somebody also needs to be making the corporate logos and stuff, because nobody really wants to be doing that. So I say let them make art, but do that stuff. Nobody wants to be designing the Subway logo 20 times,
Precisely. I completely agree. For instance, I did make a music video for this record, and did I use AI? I absolutely did. Because trust me, it's a lot cheaper than trying to come up with those sets. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just sitting there and, making a music video literally in my underwear, but not because it's sexy, but because it's because I don't.
Well, it's a little sexy.
It can be.
I feel like
not the way I was doing it.
Half of creating art or music is losing your mind a little bit, and most of that involves not wearing pants.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny is I originally broke ground on this record during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So some of the songs were written with no pants either. So
right.
It should have been called Songs of Pantsless Love and Blight.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah.
We're gonna give it an accurate title. That's what we should call the record.
Hey, I feel like Love and Blight are also pantsless things, so it's implied.
You know, this is pretty true.
when you get down to it, when you get down to brass tacks, there's no pants involved.
I love that we like talked about this beforehand and had like a game plan. I was like, we're gonna talk about this first, and then immediately I'm like, no, we're talking about pantslessness apparently.
Yeah, strokes right out the window.
Constantly. I don't know why I bother making a plan. It never goes how I would.
Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Everyone has a plan until you lose your pants.
Yeah, right. Everyone's got a plan until those pants are out the window.
I have a quick aside about that. We did this presentation at Frogman Fest. And I was like, we're going to go over 3 super quick cryptids, just, you know, in case people like don't know what they are. Everybody there should know what they are. We're at a Frogman Festival.
Yeah.
And so one of them was Fresno Nightcrawler, because they're getting really popular right now. And like all I had written on the slide basically was, I hate it when my pants become sentient and walk away. And when I said that, everyone just stared at me. And I was like, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm not losing my mind. It's a joke.
Yeah.
But they all just stared at me, and I just moved on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, to that point, the Fresno Nightcrawlers is like, I'm relatively new to that one. I just really discovered that one this year, and I think it's fascinating. Like, I think that one is.
They're super fascinating.
So weird.
Yeah, because the first footage was in 2007, so they're relatively new.
They're relatively, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're just now rising in popularity. I think that after Mothman, people generally went to like, all right, what's the next cryptid that could like have a butt on it? I genuinely think that was the lead pair. That is my theory, at least.
God, could you imagine the Fresno Nightcrawler would just be like 50% cake?
Oh,
all cheeked out.
I have definitely seen some cheeked out Fresno Nightcrawler. Like, not even looking for it, just, you know, that's anytime you look up Fresno Nightcrawler on the internet, you get like 2 normal Fresno Nightcrawlers, and then you get just like fully caked up Fresno Nightcrawler.
Yeah. What ones that say juicy on the back?
which was so funny. My next slide after the Fresno Nightcrawler was the Loveland Frog, and I used this art from our pals at Alluring Podcast. Kimmy drew the caked up Loveland Frog, and when that came on the screen, everyone started laughing because like he's got cheeks. And I was like, okay, so you laugh at that, but not the pants leaving? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's 11 in the morning. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's Loveland, you know. I guess for the audience, I actually live the exit away from Loveland. Yeah, it's the Loveland Frogman. You know, I live in Milford.
Yes.
The exit away from that. I've seen no frogs out here.
I mean, I think part of the Little Miami goes through Milford too, right?
Yeah.
So you could, in theory, see the Loveland Frog in Milford.
That's a possibility. I live right across the street from a cemetery too.
Ooh.
I don't know how one would do with the other, but I feel like if I was going to run into him, it'd be there when I walk my dog.
Right. So.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say me slowly trying to go back to my plan that I got immediately distracted from. You said you read tarot as well.
Yes, I do. I've been doing that for I guess more than half my life now.
Wow.
Weird to think about. Started when I was like 15, and you know, my mom very much into all things woo-woo. Even though she doesn't come across as that, you typically picture people like that you'd see wearing like flowy skirts and crystals and things of that nature. My mom is painfully Midwestern, you know?
Yeah. There's something inherently spooky about Midwesterners, though, so.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And to weave everything magically back in and out of each other. My mom, when my dad passed on and my mom retired, eventually she moved away. She's now in Louisiana, and what she does with her free time is she's actually part of this group of people, this community, I should say, of Bigfoot hunters. So my mom actually goes.
Your mom
and
goes
hunts
squatching. Amazing.
Nice.
My mom absolutely goes squatching all the time, and she goes on these YouTube channels and like is a guest and moderates and.
That's
and what's funny
amazing.
is it was the best part. I had no idea. Like I knew she was into this stuff, but I had no idea she was participating in a community. And she asked me when she was still here. She's like, "Hey, Jeremy, can I borrow your car? I want to go to this Bigfoot meetup in Alabama."
Oh my God. Okay, so we have to have your mom on the show next to talk about going squatching.
That's pretty beautiful.
That's amazing.
And we were talking like how we all have AV backgrounds. I had to like kind of edit and prime some of my mom's like audio files. So she has like what sounds like weird Bigfoot screams.
That is amazing.
That's pretty sick.
She would be thrilled.
That would be so amazing. And I think that would be a first for us to have like someone and then also their parent come on. That would be amazing.
Oh man, we could even play her audio too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You've already cleaned it up. I bet it sounds great.
yeah, it's already cleaned up. It's ready to go.
Jeremy, it's not going to be just you howling in the background, is
it? With no fans. Yeah. But yeah, that's what she does. But she did teach me how to do this, how to do tarot. See,
that's super
right
cool.
Back in.
Yeah, no, that genuinely is really cool.
Yeah, and I mostly just read for myself. For years. You know, it was just real weird, and then kind of like I kind of got addicted. I don't want to say addicted. I formed a habit.
Yeah.
Of watching like YouTube tarot, like tarot YouTubers, I guess I should say. And I kind of like, oh, okay. And it kind of like, I kind of got like an acceleration in like intuition and knowing how to do it. And like, so I've since then I've been reading for other people.
Yeah.
I get called to like, I'll do parties or like, I'll go to bars.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. You do that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I love that. It's fun to like, often it's always been around Halloween, right?
Yep.
Sit down.
Well, not for Alyx.
Well, that's, it can be any time of year for me. I've mostly recently stopped doing it just because I'm like, I don't have the time to, but I feel like genuinely any time of year people will just be like, hey, do you have your cards with you? And I'm like, I don't carry them with me everywhere. It's a whole box.
Actually, I've started, I just bought one of those little mini decks, so I'm just going to just keep that at the ready, because I get that question all the time, too.
Yeah.
It's always when someone's in, like, the middle of a crisis. It's never, like, when things are going good.
And whenever someone's at a crisis, they usually are at a bar. So that's why that happens.
Yes, always.
This is... I'm starting to genuinely wonder if we might be the same person, because I'm also a bartender with a background in AV who also reads tarot.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the same skill set. Yeah, amazing. We can compare resumes or something.
Actually, you can just host the show now. You can have it. I'm the guest now. We're going to swap places.
Yeah. So what card do you identify with the most personally, Alyx?
Oh, actually, I have an answer for that. It's
switching roles here.
It's the Page of Swords.
Page of Swords.
Yes. Every time that I have drawn that in a reading for myself, it has always just been a stand-in for myself, which I thought was interesting.
Good. I like that. I typically am like a Knight of Pentacles guy.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like slow and steady, just like maybe sometimes too slow. It's just, it's but very.
Did you I'm sorry, did you say tentacles?
Pentacles.
I'm gonna be real honest, listeners. I don't know much about tarot.
Pentacles. It's like
tentacles.
pentacles is like coins.
Yeah. Hey, there might be a couple, from what you said, there might be a couple decks out there that are themed like that.
Probably,
I don't know
100%.
anything about them, but
I'm not going to Google it, but I'm going to bet it exists.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to Google it.
Knight of Pentacles.
Knowledge.
I'm curious now. As far as zodiac, are you an Earth sign?
Yes, I am. I'm actually all three.
There we
My
go.
big three is all three of them.
Wow. Okay.
Virgo Sun.
Okay.
Virgo Sun, Taurus Moon, Capricorn Rising, and then Venus and Mars are Scorpio. So
Nice.
I don't know what that means, but
you just got Earth signs all the way down.
Yeah.
Mine is mostly air signs, which is probably why I identify with swords so much. So like my big ones are, Libra Sun, Gemini Rising, and Pisces Moon. But my Libra is also, it's in Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury. So I'm just like a ton of Libra. And it is intense.
So you communicate through aesthetics, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I like did not identify with Libra at all, but the older I get, I'm like, oh, I think that might be right now.
Yeah.
Can I interject real quick?
Yes.
I'm kind of curious. What's your all's Chinese zodiac?
Mine's a horse. It's a wooden horse.
Nice.
Nice.
Mine's rooster. I don't remember what the element is, though. Let me look it up.
I think I'm a metal dragon. Like, I know I'm a dragon, but...
Oh,
I'm not
mine's
sure.
a water
Metal.
rooster.
Like a metal dragon, bro.
I know,
That's pretty sweet. I have the water
Metal
rooster.
or wood?
I feel like I've gotten the short end of the stick because, like, in Western zodiac, I'm the scales, which isn't an inanimate object, and then in Chinese zodiac, I'm the rooster, which is just inappropriate most of the time.
I know there's a joke about Monopoly pieces that I cannot put together right now. That's in there somewhere. I don't know. But right now, that's where my mind's going.
Oh, I'm an earth dragon. That's not as cool as a metal dragon.
No, not as cool, but still
That
fun.
sounds like the name of a head shop.
I think
Nice.
now is actually the most hilarious time we're going to take a quick break and listen to your song Flower Weaver, because that feels appropriate right now.
For all you earth dragons out there.
right, welcome back to Strange Talk. So you just again heard Flower Weaver, which is Jeremy's song that is going to... Well, I guess it hasn't been released yet. Your album hasn't been released yet.
Well, no, you can listen to it now. Just the physical release.
Just the physical release. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's on Spotify. It's on Bandcamp.
Perfect. Yay. Cool.
Nice.
And also, now it's on Radio Artifact.
yeah, it's on there now too.
Awesome. So we were talking before our break about tarot. And Creature, you were saying you don't know much about tarot. How much do you want to learn about tarot?
I am down to learn about tarot. All I know is the Led Zeppelin album cover.
Oh, The Hermit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of which, this is 2025 is supposed to be the year of the Hermit as well. If you tie in numerology, it all comes down to the same number in the deck, which I forget right now. The Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It comes out the same to being the year of the Hermit.
That is great. And also, the reason that I know you know tarot is because you actually called it the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Most people are just like Rider-Waite, and I'm like, who drew it?
Yeah, Pamela Coleman Smith. What's fascinating about, I don't know how much you read about her and she had some very specific notes, but there was a lot of just kind of do what you want. Like, she was given that. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of characters you see in, say, more of the common suits, like, say, what is it, like the Five of Swords, for instance, or things like that. These are characters from, like, folklore and a lot from Shakespeare, too.
That makes sense. I mean, the whole concept of tarot is, it is telling a story about a journey. So that kind of makes sense that you'd want to pull in characters from said journey. That actually just made me check, too. I do a Wheel of the Year every year, and last year, my Wheel of the Year, my main card in the middle was the Hermit. And I couldn't remember what this year's was. Wow. Mine for this year is the Chariot, so...
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
A good one.
Yeah.
About mastery.
Yeah.
Some say it's the evolved version of the Magician. One or the other. But, what I find very fascinating, and this is something I just learned, I don't know, say like a little over a year ago, is if you pay attention to, especially in the Suit of Cups, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but you see it in some of the in the other suits as well. The flow of water.
Yes.
There's a river that runs from many of the cards out into, like, for instance, the Knight of Cups. That's a perfect example because it's more of like a thinner stream.
Yeah.
I think it starts at the Star, maybe, or ends there. I forget. I don't have
something like that.
My notes in front of me. But if you pay attention, like, and it ties into like the intuitiveness and emotion of that specific card. But I don't know. It's something I never really thought about, but this stuff was clearly thought about.
Oh, very much.
Yeah,
I very much appreciate how much detail that she put into that.
Can I interject? I'm kind of curious. So I never thought about this, but yeah, it totally makes sense that an artist actually designed the art. I just kind of assumed it was just old art, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Do you guys know much about her?
Yeah, well, she was, I don't know. I know she was given a lot of notes, very specific notes, like, all right, this card has to have this symbolism, this, that, and the other, and they are loosely tied to the original deck. I believe it was French. I forget. You'll have to correct me on that.
Well, there's a bunch of different ideas about where it might have came from, but the French one's kind of largely, or the Italian one is largely kind of considered. I won't try to pronounce it because it won't go well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Etero deck.
No, it's... let me pull up the name. It's... where is it? Tarot Day. I think it's Marseille.
Oh, yeah.
That may or may not
it.
be right. I don't speak French. I am lost there.
Yeah, but yeah, she kind of incorporated characters from like paintings she made previously, and like I said, characters from Shakespeare and things of that nature into these things. She had a lot of wiggle room, but there was a lot of symbology that had to be in certain cards. Like you had to have this, you had to have that, blah blah blah. You know, a lot of different notes. I believe these were Golden Dawn people, if I'm correct.
There's a lot of Golden
Rider
Dawn, and then a lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Like the Crowley Golden Dawn.
Yeah. These guys were before him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was before Crowley, because there's a separate Crowley deck that's like the Thoth deck.
Yeah, the Thoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of Game of Thrones his way through it, and then
I was going to say,
that's an accurate way to put it.
From what I understood about him and the Golden Dawn, yeah, he very much Chancellor Hitlered his way through.
Yeah, through the Weimar Republic.
Yeah,
the Golden Dawn. Yeah, that's essentially what happened. He kind of like split it off, and then people retreated to some castle with him where they all pooped outside, and I don't know. But yeah, but yeah, I don't know. But I was gonna say, but yeah, there's also the Lenormand deck, which is very different, but it's a tarot deck as well, and I've been actually in the process of learning that as well to combine the two, and it's very fascinating, but it's hard because it's like trying to speak a whole new language, you know? I don't know if
it very much is.
If you're familiar with that one, do you read that one at all?
Which one?
The Lenormand, or Lenormand, but it's French as Lenormand, you know?
Yeah. That's why all of these I'm always beautiful. Like, just pure panic where I'm like, I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, Lululemon, I've heard of them.
Yeah, Lululemon. But yeah, that one, like, it's very fascinating. Like, my first experience with that one is watching this lady read both together, and I thought that was really fascinating. And there's like, it's different ways. Like, obviously with tarot, you can read whichever way you feel good. You know, you can read how they tell you how to do, and in like say the little book that comes with it, like the Celtic Cross or whatever. I don't personally. I just I do a base card, and then it kind of like, then I go down a level, and that kind of like the other cards I pull up kind of describe that card, and then I can go down another level to describe each individual card with that. So it's like a constant like I don't know, zooming in, I guess.
Yes.
But I find it really fascinating when people do that with that other deck. I think that's really cool. I don't know, but I'm still learning that, and it is weird.
Yeah, honestly, all of this is like kind of overwhelming to learn to begin with, because there's just, I mean, when you think about it, it's a full deck of cards. So you got, you know, your 4 suits like normal, but then you also have all the major arcana, which is 22 cards altogether.
Yeah. Yeah, so what is it, like 78 cards or something like that? Yeah, I forget exactly the number, but yeah.
Yeah, 78. That was quick math.
No, I definitely math. I did math. I think I just remember from reading that. I did not math that. That's the last thing I'm going to be doing.
Welcome to Tarot. Hope you're ready to do math.
So is there a like, I'm assuming there's, what you're all talking about is like different ways to read the cards? Yeah, or are they just different suits? I don't know anything about tarot.
There's different suits, and there's also different ways to read the cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, like traditionally, you know, like Alex said, like you have what would translate directly over. You could actually read. You could do a sort of reading with a regular deck of playing cards. One translates over to the other very easily. You're just missing a couple cards, and then you're missing what we call the major arcana.
Mm-hmm.
The minor arcana really is just your deck of playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, diamonds, or what you would call pentacles. It's the element of earth. You have your spades, which are swords, which is the element of air. You have clubs, which is fire, which translates to wands. And then you have cups, which are hearts, which translates to water. And each one of those, they kind of have their own kind of description. For instance, cups are the element of water is more about feeling and intuition. Air is about communication. Wands are about passion and drive.
Sometimes about your job.
Yes, sometimes. And the pentacles are more about like finances or comfort, abundance, various things like that. And each number, then you tie into numerology. So say a 5, typically the 5s aren't very good. There's always some sort of struggle.
Yes. Because each suit kind of goes through its own, arc, where at the height of it, you have to have some kind of struggle or, something that has to be resolved before you hit 10.
Yeah, and there's similar themes with them, but it's always slightly different. 2s always represent some sort of decision, and in swords, it tends to be indecision, Like I'm guarded, I can't choose between the two if you look at the 2 of swords. Things of that nature.
It cracks me up how afraid of the suit of swords people are, because they're all so negative, and I'm like, not for me. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's about how you're viewing it.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because the one card that everyone, and I am guilty as well. I'm absolutely guilty of this. It wasn't until not too long ago. There was a certain reader that I'm a fan of named Madam Adam that describes this perfectly. And it's actually just kind of like I forget the name of the book, but he reads this. He kind of summarizes it from this specific book that's really good on tarot. But the 3 of Swords is everyone is scared of it. It's like you get the Death card, you get the
Tower,
10 of Swords, and you get the Tower. Yeah, like everyone's like those, and then the 3 of Swords is in that conversation as well. It's like, oh, that can't be good. What I find fascinating, and to explain it, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a heart with 3 swords in it, stabbed through it, and then there's rain in the background. And
that's pretty sick,
right?
Yeah. It makes a cool looking tattoo. I'll tell you that.
It's like one of the only swords cards that does not have like someone's face in it. In fact, the only other one that doesn't have a face in it is the Ace of Swords, and none of the aces have a face in it. Yeah,
no, that's absolutely right. But what I love about this is you would think this is like heartache, your heart's broken, blah, blah, blah. No, the swords are an element of air. It's an element of communication and thoughts. You're breaking your own heart. It's the way you're perceiving things and the way it's processing. And in the rain in the background does represent emotions and feelings, but it's still an element of air and communication. So this is an emotional hurt. This is what you're doing to yourself. It's because of the way you're perceiving the world. So it's a lot. After understanding that, I look at that card way different. And I feel a lot less intimidated by it, because it feels more, this is an internal problem and not an external problem.
Well, and that's the thing too, like it's kind of warning yourself of like, hey, you need to look into your own heart right now. You're hurting yourself right now.
Precisely, yeah.
It's something you can actually do something about.
You're like, this is your problem. This isn't outside of you. Typically outside problems, the way I read, that manifests through major arcana. These are outside forces. This is a tide, This is the tide that you're swimming against. Like the minor arcana is something that you're typically, these are things that you have more say in them than you think. You know, it's not like, oh, this is fate. You know, no. But also, I do believe that the way I read tarot, I do prime people when I sit down and read for them. Like, hey, look, this is just a snapshot of what's going on right now, and this can change at the drop of a hat. This is a weather report right now, and the weather can change.
That's a really good way to put it, actually.
Yeah.
Because the way I've always explained it to people is that, like, I use it kind of as a psychology tool of, like, what you read into this is the most important thing because that tells you where you're at right now. But a weather report is a very good way of putting that.
Yeah, like, that's the way I also like to say, like, hey, and this is the way to prep them. So if the reading comes out bad, you know, I hate, but, you know, there's a responsibility, I think, as a reader. You don't want to sugarcoat things. You want to give it to them. Like, you don't want to lie to anybody because that feels, as soon as you feel like you're lying, then I think you're showing people that you're giving people a reason not to believe in it, you know?
Right.
So I like to say, like, hey, here's the thing, this stuff can change. If it's a good reading, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to work out fine. If it's a bad reading, then, you know.
It's kind of the cards being like, maybe check yourself.
Yeah, this is a warning of what not to do, you know? And I don't know how you feel about this, Alex, but I like it when people talk to me. I look at this more as a conversation. I hate when people, and I get it because I've done this when I first was getting readings. It's a way to, like, I think it's insecurity and wanting to prove that someone actually has some sort of gift or knows what they're doing.
Right.
You know,
they're like checking to see if you're like hot or cold reading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, talk to me. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to know what you want to know about.
Yeah. Tell me about this. Why did this come up? And here's the thing. I may not know what this card means right away, but then if you see it, if you're going to say something, I know that we know where it's going. Like, because that's where your attention is driven. I'm just the one laying out the land, you know?
Yep, exactly.
You're telling me where to go. And if you want to have a bad reading, just don't say anything.
Yeah. And then you'll be left going, I wonder what any of that meant because you didn't ask any questions.
Yeah. They're like, I didn't get it.
You mentioned the death card earlier. From what I understand, the one thing I know about tarot is that's not.
It doesn't mean someone's going to die.
Card.
No, it doesn't mean someone's going to die.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a rebirth thing personally or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I know about tarot. That's my contribution.
It's my favorite card for winter because it's about, you know, like death and renewal. I like to think of the death card as, you know, that song Semisonic by Semisonic Closing Time. That line in there, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. That is the death card.
Oh, precisely.
Okay.
That's it. No, absolutely. And that one to me feels more, compare it, if you want to compare it to, say, the Tower, you know, which in a way can be, they occupy like this sort of like Venn diagram of some of the same stuff, you know, but there are major differences. Like the death card feels more like it. If anything, I hate to say it, feels more positive.
It's like a changing of seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
For me,
this moment over.
For the Tower, it's more of like this is abruptly ending and it might feel too soon, but you still have to level the playing field before the next thing can come. And I hate the Tower. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's always not fun, but it's necessary in the end.
Yeah, the Tower is always like man-made beliefs and things of that nature. It's kind of the things that you built up yourself are going to fall, you know, whereas, I don't know, that stuff feels more like a...
Now, when they're upside down, don't they mean something opposite, or is that just a particular way to read them?
Well, yes and yes. Basically, they do take on a different energy, If you read reversals, I personally don't read reversals often.
I only read them as like it's a more muted energy of what that card normally means. Like it's that, but just it's a little bit more muted. It has a little bit less of an influence.
Yeah. Depending on what it is, I think some of that is very much that, or it could be like a misguided energy, or it's like a gift being. For instance, if it falls into a position where, hey, this is what you have going for you, but it's reversed, it means you're not tapping into it. You know, you're letting, you have this ability, but you're letting it go to waste. You know, that's one way to read these things too.
So what would upside down death mean?
Well, it depends on what else is around it. You know, the thing is, all the cards have a basic meaning, but it's
you need the wider context. Yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah. It could mean, for instance, there could be a situation where, say it's a romantic question, you know, and say you read reversals, and there is a card. Say there's a card about love. Say Two of Cups, for instance. So you pull the Two of Cups, something of that nature, or actually, let's go ahead and say the Six of Cups. You know, that can be tied to nostalgia and love, and sometimes exes coming back and things like that. But if you have, say, the death card in reverse next to it, to be like, you're not letting the past die. Like you're holding on to something. Like you're looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses, and you need to let some of this go.
Okay.
Sorry, that was loud. I was trying to pull out my tarot deck to look at it.
I'm sorry, I may have got this wrong. Like, I'm just going off memory. I'm literally just pacing around my room and my house and your living room, and my dog is just
I think you're entirely
like,
correct.
What is he doing?
Your dog's like, read my tarot next. Well, on that note, let's take a quick break and let's listen to another one of your songs. Let's see. This next one is called Crook of Rain.
Drown eyes over cities.
welcome back to Strange Talk. And again, that song was Crook of Rain by Jeremy Harrison. Rain, cups, maybe related, maybe not.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
Could be.
What? Actually, you know what?
I've heard recently that.
Oh, go ahead. No, it's okay. All right.
I was just going to make a dumb joke. I was just going
go ahead and just fire it off.
I was just going to say I've heard recently that cups are a part of tarot. That's all. Go ahead. Yeah. It was not worth derailing the show. I apologize.
Yeah, it's kind of a new development. Yeah, it's been around for, I don't know, 150 years or something.
Yeah, they really debated including that one. I mean, they're a little controversial.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it made it to the theatrical release or something.
Yeah, I think that was like the director's cut only. I'm sorry, the director's cup only. My bad.
Yeah, the director's cup.
This is the real reason we can't talk about tarot on the show, is because it just leads into me making cups puns for like an hour.
Like the Nine of Cups, the guy sitting in the cup chair.
Amazing.
I don't know. Was that too spicy for radio? I don't know. You tell me. You can always cut it out, I guess.
That's a decision when I'm editing that I'll stare at it intensely for a while and go, nobody will get it. It's fine.
I said the cup chair. You know, it's where you keep your cup.
I didn't get it, so I think it's going to be fine.
I'll explain later.
Well, speaking of explaining later, you are doing your album release, as we discussed. It is going to be at Radio Artifact, which I call Radio Artifact our mothership, because they are the ones who let us do this show. Largely without influence. Like, genuinely, they kind of let us do whatever, including me making an hour of cups puns. So.
Yeah. Oh, yes and yes. I'm actually going to be performing in the mothership, in the small room. I forget what they call that.
I'm calling it the pod from now on. I don't know what it's actually
pod,
called.
Yeah.
It's the pod.
The control deck? I don't know. Because,
yeah. That would be the bridge, because that's where, like the whole soundboard and everything is. Devin's going to love me for that one. Sorry, Devin.
Yeah, so I'm performing in there, and it's going to be the physical release for my record. This is all put on by Xavier University through their music series, and we're doing and also thanks to them, I was able to procure some donors who kindly gave me some money to make a physical release of this record.
Awesome.
And because of that, and because I don't really care about money, other than bare necessities,
Yeah.
All of it goes, all the proceeds to the show, they go directly to Cincy Animal Care, which is like the local animal shelter down the street. I think they do really good work. My dog was a rescue found on the streets in Northside, which is the neighborhood where Radio Artifact is. So I kind of have I have a soft spot, I guess. And
yeah.
I don't know. If people are going to give money to me, then I'm going to find a way to shovel some back somewhere good. So,
not to fully guilt trip people here, but who doesn't love dogs and local music? Come on.
Yeah. And because of this,
I was actually going to say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm saying because of all the promos, all the promo pictures for all this, all the press pictures are of me and my dog.
Yes.
Is the dog in the band? Well, sort of.
I mean, of course. Look at him. He looks like he can play the mean saxophone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're a man after my own heart, because one of the ways I decompress when I'm extra stressed out is I follow several disabled cats on social media.
Oh, I like that.
And I've always thought if I ever hit a big payday, I'd definitely at least pay off the bills of a lot of the rescues that take in a lot of these disabled cats and stuff. So that's 100% awesome that you're doing that right now.
Oh, well, thank you. It just feels good, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, and one of the ladies that like she's a director there, and I worked with her for years in the bar and the bar scene. So we have a good rapport. Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, you work here. This is right down the street. This is down the street from where I found my dog.
Yeah.
Let's get you guys some money.
Yeah, that's a great thing to do. And what day did you say that show was, or did you mention that yet?
It's April 11th.
April 11th.
It starts at 8. Yeah, and it starts at 8 o'clock, I believe. Also, we're gonna have Ben Monder. So far slated to be our opening act. Ben Monder is a incredible guitar player. He plays for this group called the Bad Plus. He also played on David Bowie's last record. So that's kind of exciting.
Nice!
Yeah.
Yeah, sick!
I wasn't ready for that.
Sorry, Alex knows I'm a big Bowie fan. He played on... Yeah, he played on Black Star? That's awesome!
Yeah. Ben Monder played on Black Star.
Oh, that's sick!
Yeah, he's going to be opening for me, which I don't know what weird world I've fallen into where a man like that's opening for me, but here we are. Half of my life is just failing upwards.
I feel that. I mean, I genuinely feel that.
Yeah, he's a good friend of the Xavier music series, and he's actually played in our local area in Cincinnati before through it. So that's really how that all came about. I don't know this guy or anything, but I will meet him. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That's pretty
awesome.
sick.
Yeah. And that is April 11th.
Really
I'm just
so
reiterating
cool.
that once again because my brain is mixing up all the dates right now. April 11th.
April 11th, yes. It's a Friday. Should be 8 p.m. Yeah. Ben Monder. Then I'm doing a kind of a fleshed out version of this record. So I'm playing with a bunch of musicians, and we're kind of mutating some of the material so it's a little more interesting live. So
yeah,
it's going to have some loud parts here and there, right?
And not to speak for Radio Artifact, but I'm assuming they will also be streaming it on their YouTube page.
Yes.
Awesome. They do really good production.
Yeah. I went in to check out the place because it's been years since I've actually seen like a performance there, and I was blown away by what they do.
Oh yeah, they really know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're going to have a local visual artist named Ian Hayes who's going to be doing background video manipulations at the same time, too. That's
cool.
So that'll be fun. It's being marketed as a sensory experience. There might be some, I don't know, something to stimulate the olfactory senses too.
Get some incense going.
Sure there's some logistics I got to figure out with that.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah. But I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. I never intended on performing this record live. This is just something I did at home by myself.
Yeah.
And it was just an exercise of making the record I wanted to make.
Yeah.
I always wanted to make it, never had the opportunity to because it wasn't the kind of music I was playing at the time and things like that.
It was what spoke to you.
Exactly, yes. This is what I've always wanted to do, and I finally got to do it. Mm-hmm. But now I have to figure out how to do it live.
Yeah, which good luck with that. It's so much easier to just do something and record it and be done with it, and then it's now make it sound good live. It's wait.
Yeah.
You mean I can't just record it 200 times to get the perfect take? Don't like that.
Yeah. And this is the first time for me, actually. This is the first time because I'm used to rehearsing, then going into a studio, recording, and then being done with it. Here, I recorded as I was writing, or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's been me having to go back and go like, what was I playing right there? Like I having to go back and relearn this stuff and like teach myself stuff I've already played. Like I don't know how to play that.
I'm laughing because like people like don't understand. They're like, as a musician, what do you mean you have to relearn your songs? What do you mean you forgot? And it's just like, well, if you don't play it for a while, you forget.
Yeah. Some of these I haven't. I've never played these songs live. First of all, and some of them the only time I played them was when I recorded them. So
exactly,
it's this process of me having like, what were you playing, and I have to go in and because I recorded this all at home because I wanted it to feel very intimate, like so it all does sound a little lo-fi because I wanted it to sound like a handwritten love letter or something like that. Yeah. But I have to go back and pull up all the tracks of the sessions and mute everything, just to hear one instrument, like, wait, that's what I was playing?
What was that?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, we're about at the top of the hour. So, I think we're going to outro on your track, Strange Familiars, because, of course, that is perfect for this show. We obviously love, lo-fi stuff, too. So,
and all things strange.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on and talking with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. I'm a big fan of you guys. So
thank
I
you.
listen to you guys quite a bit. So.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie to us. Those pretty.
Honestly, I'm glad that you emailed us because now I get to go listen to your music too. So.
Well, thank you. No, I'm not lying. I actually, because I'll listen to a couple like weird podcasts and then I'll set it. And then I always fall asleep during it, and then I wake up and it's you guys talking.
It's like Spotify being like, hey, maybe talk to these weirdos on the internet.
Like, you like that? You're going to love these weirdos.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Well, genuinely, thank you so much again. Hopefully we'll see you and everyone else out at your record release show. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and sign off from Strange Talk. Good night.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys.
And good luck.
Thank you.
You are listening to Radio Artifact on 1660 AM in Northside and 91.7 FM HD2 WVXU in Cincinnati.